Hey guys, it's 2Games or Adam, and welcome back to another one of my Fortnite top 5 videos. Today is part 2 to the 5 things that bad players do here in Fortnite Battle Royale. So a couple weeks back, I did the 5 things that bad players do here in Fortnite Battle Royale, and just the other day I was actually looking over that list that I originally made, and I realized that I had a bunch of things left over that I did not include in the video, so I thought, why not make a part 2? Also, if you guys have any ideas for future Fortnite's top 5 videos, please go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. And if you guys see an idea down there that you like, go ahead and leave that comment a thumbs up so I know you guys want me to do that specific Fortnite top 5. And don't worry, if I do use your idea, I will give you a shout out in that video. Besides that, guys, if you go ahead and drop a like on today's video, that would be amazing. Subscribe for more Fortnite top 5 videos, and let's go ahead and start off today's top 5. So coming in at the number 5 spot on my list, bad players always go for chests at the beginning of the match. So let me explain exactly what I mean by that. Going for chests at the start of a match, of course, is important. You want to get that early good loot. You want to get the shields, the mini shields, the legendary guns, the epic weapons, or even the rare guns. You want to have a strong start, but going for a chest every single time might not be the best idea or the best play, and bad players will fight you for chests. They'll do everything they can to get that chest at the start just so they can get a blue AR, which is awesome, but in that situation it might not be the best idea. One of the most common situations in Fortnite is 2 people going for the same house, and a lot of the time you'll actually see people fighting over the same chest, which really makes no sense. If 2 people are going to the same house, I don't know why some people don't land on the second or first floor, because there you'll find shotguns, right? You can't get shotguns from chests, and if you land at a regular house, you instantly have the advantage if you have a shotgun, because if they go to the chest and get an AR or a burst or a sniper, an RPG, I don't know, but having a shotgun versus an AR, which they'll most likely get, you instantly have the advantage, so they can loot the chest for you, you get your shotguns, you kill them in that close range battle, and you're good to go. So coming in at the number 4 spot on my list, bad players don't peek, or they don't really pay attention to their surroundings, and this is a very easy way to tell if someone's a bad player in game. When I first started playing Fortnite, a lot of my deaths came from me not being aware of my surroundings, and one of the most common situations was running out in the open, right? Going towards the safe zone, and I was so focused on getting to the safe zone, getting to the circle, and I don't pay attention to if someone's, behind a tree or if someone's on top of that mountain. I am just focused on getting to the safe zone, and I died so much for that. Occasionally, I still do die from running out in the open and things like that, but if you're at least aware of your surroundings, you can be prepared for any enemy fire coming your way. Now I'm on the other side of those situations where I'm out in the open running to the safe zone and I spot somebody, and you're following them, you're kind of going to the circle with them, and you think to yourself, there's no way that they haven't seen me yet. Like, it's absolutely impossible, yet they keep running, and heck, even sometimes when you start shooting at them to get the kill, they'll just keep going. They're just so determined to get to that safe zone, and that's not good. You want to look around constantly. Like, what I do now is when I'm running out in the open, I'm like doing 360s, constantly looking around me because I want to be ready for any enemy gunfire. Now, not only that, bad players, when it comes to entering buildings and entering houses, they don't care. Like, they'll just run in there, they won't peek around the corner or open the door and kind of peek in and see what's going on. They just want to loot, they'll just run in there and they have no idea what's going on. And not to get confused with rushing, rushing is something else, but blindly running into a building and, absolutely not caring what's going on in there is not a good idea. And it's actually really funny when you're in a building or in a house doing something, looting, and then someone just runs in there and they're so like oblivious, like they have no clue what's going on around them, and it's really funny getting those kills in game. So coming in at the number 3 spot on my list, bad players don't time shots. Now, this is something that is really noticeable when it comes to the shotgun battles, and there have been so many times, and I know a lot of you can agree with this, so many times where you're in a shotgun battle and you don't get hit once, and a lot of shots are exchanged, but bad players tend to kind of spray and pray and just hope that they hit a shot, while good players will wait and time their shots and get a headshot or a chest shot and deliver a devastating blow, unlike bad players will just kind of spray and hope they get something and kill the player. The same thing applies when it comes to the long range battles with the M16 and the Scar H. There's just been so many times where somebody else spots me first, they'll get the first couple hits on me, but then after that, like after those initial 2 hits, they get nothing on me, absolutely no hits, and it's not like I'm doing some crazy pro movements. I'll maybe build a staircase or I'll hide behind an object and I'll pace my shots and I'll hit the majority of my shots, and they're over there spraying and praying, hoping to get a lucky headshot or a lucky kill, and that never works. So you will always want to pace your shots, especially when we're talking about like burst weapons. You can't really spray and pray with that. You really have to time your shots. So coming in at the number 2 spot on my list, bad players don't know what items to carry, they don't know what weapons to carry, and it's really funny when you get a kill in a top 10 situation, and the loot people drop is just insane. In the last part to the 5 things that bad players do, I talked about how there are types of players who don't understand the rarity system and how some people will take like green bursts over blue bursts or green M16s over blue M16s, and then there are players who understand the rarity system, but they don't know what weapons to take. And the other day, I had one of those games, and I really wish I recorded this, but I had a game where I could not find any good guns, and it was like top 15, and I had a white AR, and I was in need of an upgrade, and I was following somebody for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and I finally get a clear shot on the guy. I kill him, I run up to the guy, and he had like a blue SMG, a white burst, and some grenades and bandages, and it really makes you think like, what are people doing? Like, why did the guy have a blue SMG? It actually happens quite a bit, especially in top 10, and it's so disappointing when a bad player has all this crap loot and you need something. You need a bandage or you need a med kit or a blue AR or something like that, and they have really crappy loot end game. It's really funny. So coming in at the number 1 spot on my list, bad players for some reason don't loot all the chests in a house or a building. Now when I'm talking about leaving chests, I mean at the beginning of matches, because when it comes to, you know, end game, there might be some buildings that people who are already fully loaded run through, and I do this all the time as well, where I already have my gold scar, my gold RPG, my sniper, I'm good to go. I don't need to loot more chests unless I really need a shield or a medkit, but in those situations, you know, that's understandable. But at the beginning of a match, when you know somebody went into a house or a building and then you go in there after and there's a chest that has been looted, it really makes no sense. Whenever I play Fortnite, I love landing either in retail row or kind of just outside of retail row, and whenever I do choose to land inside of retail row, I know that place so well. I go there every single game, and I have that place memorized. I know exactly where all the chests are. I'll land in my specific spot, and I'll see other players go into some of the houses, right? And what I always do is I'll always kind of loot my area, and then I'll kind of go behind them and see if they left something behind. And so many times there'll be one chest that was opened up, and there's another one that has been completely left alone, and it really makes no sense. Maybe they can't hear the chest, maybe they don't know it's there, but at the same time, it's like, if you found that first chest, if you were able to break down those walls and drop those stairs to get to that first chest, why not the other one? One of the most common situations is when you go into a house that has a basement, a lot of people don't loot those basements because most houses don't have them, and the ones that do, people just don't even think to check if there is a basement, and that happens all the time. I'll run into houses that have a basement, and there's always chests down there, and everything else on the top floor or in the attic, because, you know, that's where you want to look right away. That's where you think to look, is the attic, because the chests always spawn up there, and then they leave that beautiful chest for me in the basement. I love it. This one kind of goes with the number 5 spot as well. You have those players who will always land on the roof. They'll loot that one chest, and they'll maybe kind of scan through the top floor and the bottom floor, and then they're out of there, they're on to the next building, and they're going straight for the attic as well, looking for the chest. Like, that's the only place they spawn. There are more chests than just besides the attic, and some of them are just kind of in like in a bedroom, just sitting there. If you look around, you'll find a lot more chests, but a lot of players will just leave unopened chests in houses that they've looted. So there we have it, guys. Those are 5 things that bad players do here in Fortnite Battle Royale. And I think I've gone over all of the major things that bad players do in this game, so I probably won't be doing a part 3 unless you guys have some really cool ideas and suggestions in the comments below. And if you do have any future ideas for top 5s, please let me know. If you see an idea that you like, drop that comment a thumbs up so I know you guys want me to do that top 5. And of course, I will shout out any of the ideas I do get from the comments. Besides that, guys, enjoy the video, drop a like, subscribe for more Fortnite top 5 videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.